Hi all, I wanted to make a quick video about my current page setup. I have been working on this page setup last couple of days and I'm finally happy with it. So I think I found the settings that I was looking for. So before I begin, I would just like to mention that this is an educational channel. All views expressed over here are only for education purposes. Please read the disclaimer that you see on the screen and also in the description below. You can pause the video over here and read the disclaimer. With that said, let's proceed. So I've got a fresh new page over here. It is the Nifty 50 chart on a 5-minute time frame. And there's no indicator currently on the chart. This is a bare bone chart. And we are not going to use TradingView for this. I just want to show that even without TradingView, you can have a very good setup. So let's begin. All right. So we are working with the Nifty index 5 minutes chart. The first thing that we shall go ahead and add is SMMA, smoother moving average. This is available in all trading platforms. Click on it, leave it on its default settings. I'll just change the color to my liking. I'll make it blue. It's more visible to me in blue. That's it. I'll just uncheck labels and values. I'll click OK. All right. The next thing that I will add is pivots. This pivot point standard, I'll add this. I'll go to the settings of the pivot. I'll go to inputs. I'll change this from traditional to Fibonacci. I'll uncheck show historical pivots. In style, I'll go and change the pivot center one to red. I'll leave the second one to yellow. I will make the third one blue. And I will make the last one black since I'm using a white background. All right. With that, my pivots are also set. If I want, I can uncheck the labels so that I can only see the lines. All right. For now, I'll leave the labels, but it's up to you. You want to see R1, R2 on the side, let it be. Anyways, so this is the setup for the pivot. So we are only going to use 2 indicators on top and 2 indicators at the bottom. And all of these indicators are available in all trading platforms. All right. The next indicator is MACD. We are going to use MACD twice. Let's use it first once. We will click on the settings. We will uncheck the histogram. We will make this blue line black. And we shall make this orange or yellow line red. All right. Uncheck labels, uncheck values. And now comes the main part. Fast length will be 3. Slow length will be 9. Signal length will be 15. This is the key setting, guys. The first MACD will have fast length at 3, slow length at 9, signal length at 15. Mark these settings. We shall click on OK. We shall have MACD come in once more. We shall again go to the settings. We shall uncheck the histogram. Use the same colors, black and red. Uncheck labels on price scale. Uncheck values in status line. Now for this, the fast length will be 2. Slow length will be 20. Signal length will be 20. All right. So mark these settings. Fast length 2. Slow length 20. Signal length 20. All right. Click OK. What do we have now on screen? Now we have on screen a smoother moving average in default settings, pivots in the Fibonacci settings, 2 MACDs with 2 different settings, but they more or less look same on the screen, but they are not the same. There's a subtle difference between the two of them. All right. And this, by this, what happens is it kind of double confirms your entry and exit. All right. Now let's look at the chart. Chart looks like this. How do I interpret it when I'm trading? All right. First, I'll show you how I'll interpret it, and then I will show you how I actually use it in my page setup. All right. So my interpretation would be like this, that suppose the day starts over here. I generally don't trade till 9:45. So I'll start probably looking at the chart somewhere over here. All right. And this would be my entry point. When I'm seeing the black line, it has come here once, it retest and it's cutting here once. This would have been my entry point, and I would have shorted over here and taken this trade, and then depends how long I'm comfortable shorting. All right, this would have been my first trade. Generally, a good trader stops after taking one trade, but if at all I had to take my second trade, you see this turning over here, I would have, this first turn I would have skipped, come down again, this second turn I would have taken over here. All right, and I would have taken this whatever little bit points it was giving. Maybe on the option chart it may lead to 30-40 points, I don't know. Then again, the third entry would have been somewhere over here if at all I was entering, but generally I don't trade in the last hours. I'll show you now how I would use this setup. All right, I will split the page into 3 sections. So this is the Nifty 50. Nifty is currently at 21,981. So you can say almost 22,000. So what I would have done is taken the, in the center, I would take, how much is it currently? 21,900, right? So 21,900 and how much is it? 21,981. Okay. So I would have taken 21,900 most probably. 21,900 call. And I would have taken 22,100 put. Sorry, 21,900 call on the center. I forgot to switch. So this is the call in the center, and on the right hand side, I have to click here and then select 22,100 put. This would be how I would trade. As you can see. So now this page shows me index on the left. Now index, it depends on what you're comfortable with, whether you want the spot chart over here or whether you want the futures chart. They both work fine. Currently I've got futures, but I'm equally comfortable with spot also, does not matter. All right, so whether you want spot or futures, you decide and you keep that over here. Here is the call. I've taken 80 points lower call. So 21,900 is my call that I've taken, and I've taken 22,100, which is about 110 points above. Is it 110 points? Yeah, I think so. So 110 points above as put, just to be safe. All right. Now, if you want to stretch this candles a little more, right click on this number section and, oh, it's already clicked. So scale price chart only, when you click that, you know, it really opens up the what should I say, the charting on screen. Sometimes you find the candles too compressed, right? If you click on this scale price chart only, then it's a little more, it gets a little more breathing space, looks more natural. But now if you see, if I can just look at the strike price MACD and probably take a trade. Are you getting my point? Now, generally, I'm a options buyer, right? Why? Because I'm available in front of the screen, and I have a tendency to go in for a quick scalp with decent amount, and I can monitor the trade myself. So if you look at the setup that's happening over here, it's clearly showing you that it's rising over here. Anybody could have entered over here and gone up till here. It's so simple. right? You'll also notice that if I, this SMMA 17, if I use something like a moving average, a simple moving average. Okay, it's gone over here. 1 second. I'll come to the first section, indicators. So moving average, and I'll use moving average exponential also. All right. You see all these moving average, average exponential, and the smoothed moving average. So smoothed moving average 7 is somewhat equivalent to simple moving average 9 and exponential moving average 9. They are more or less in the same ballpark. All right. I just find over time that smoothed is the better one to use. All right. And I'm not even changing the setting. What I've also realized is I use NSDT Hama candles also in TradingView. This smoothed average 7 is very, very close to NSDT Hama on the settings that I use, which is 17. All right. So learning a lot from TradingView and then trying to find an alternate on a trading platform so that people who don't have access to more than 2 indicators and yet they want to have a good trading setup, this is the way to go about it. We are very close to a TradingView kind of a setup. But the best part is we are using 4 indicators and we are not limited to 2. The easy thing would have been in TradingView, I would have got instead of using the standard pivots, there's something called simple Fibonacci retracements over there that is automated. All right, I use that over there. But okay, over here also you use pivot standard. I mean, in pivots you use Fibonacci. It's automated. You don't have to break your head every day. All right. Generally, what happens is if the trend wherever, I mean, even if in the strike price, if it goes above R3, generally things, once they go above R3 and sustain for 15-20 minutes, it does not get down. Same is the case with S3 at the bottom. If things go below the S3 and they sustain over there for 15-20 minutes, half an hour, then it does not get back up again generally. That's on a general note. All right. You see what an easy day it was for shorters today who would have been sellers, called sellers, not shorters, called sellers. They would have just shorted Nifty at this level and then, you know, kept a stop loss and gone to sleep. And when they got up, they would be sitting at some handsome profit. Yes, it's a little more difficult for buyers, but that's okay. There's always a price to pay for stuff. All right. So this is the setup that I'm using right now. Works fantastic for me, gives me the right entry and exit points, especially from the put buying perspective. I look at it more from the put buying perspective. So generally my eyes are more glued to the put section because I look for shorting opportunities and it kind of guides me where I can get a good shorting opportunity. Generally I look for something like here at the bottom where the thing is going to turn. All right, somewhere like this. Here it would be somewhere over here. You see, if you notice over here, this is now going to start moving up. Put is going to start moving up. If you see the corresponding entry on the spot chart, Nifty's starting to move down from there and call is starting to move down. So diagonally opposite. All right. So that's it, guys. I hope this video was of some help to you. If it was, then please like and subscribe. Share the video with your family and friends. Subscribe to our Telegram channel. Link is given in the description below. And I'll see you in another video. Take care. Bye-bye.